All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bashem El Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. And getting right into it. I'm going to title this something along the lines of just that spirit of war that's in the atmosphere. All right. Because understanding the times that we're in, we'll go ahead and get this. Barakateh Yahweh Bashem El Shai. We are in the transitionary period. We are in the midst of the fall of Esau's empire. All right. And the establishing of the nation of Israel, man. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to get this. In Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And you see, that's the thing. All right. With everything that's going on worldwide, domestically. All right. Because like the saying goes, bad news for the world, which is really our good news. Because we look forward to, because we know and understand, like we're soon to second Edge 7, all right? We're soon to second Edge 7, I do believe. It talks about before we obtain the immortality, roughly paraphrasing, this day of doom has to take place. All right, the day of doom has to take place, man. So these things have to take place. These things have to come to pass. You see? And while everyone else is nervous, because everyone can feel it, there's that spirit of anticipation, that fear, right? Everyone's having dreams, but hey, we are not given that spirit of fear, because our hope is in the salvation of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. So to the hopefully elect, man, we're just so to a point where, hey, whatever happens, all right? We really don't care. So, like I said, because, our faith has been built up to a point, we're hardened, all right? Numbed out. We can't wait to see this place fall. We can't wait to see this place up in flames. Now, like, hey, Yahweh Shai said it in a roundabout way. Hey, if it was up to me, by the time I came back, man, hey, this bitch ought to be, But soon in Luke 12, Yahweh Shai said, hey, what would I if this place already be up in flames? Roughly paraphrasing. We all, of course, feel that, feel the same way. To a certain extent. If it was up to us, boy, but it's not. And that's why we just got to continue to wait. Cry out, pray, throw up curses. We can't throw up enough curses, because this shit's got to come to an end. All right? It's got to come to an end. But again, in Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season. And a time to every purpose under the heaven. All right. I'm going to jump down to the point. In verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. You see? And like we touched on last night's lesson, as far as that sound of battle that's in the land. All right. Again, whether it be worldwide conflict, or domestically, what's getting ready to happen here in America. Nevertheless, that spirit of war is in the air. All right, and that's the time that we're in. All right, we are in the time of war. So gird up thy loins like a man. Get ready, prepare, spiritually speaking, because we are spiritual preppers. All right, because it's coming. It's coming. You see? Now, something that's been circulating as of lately, the past few days, within the last week or so, the past week or so, you know, and this isn't like anything that's official, it's just said speculation, all right? Which to me, it makes sense, you know, because, you know, watching a few guys like off-grid desert farming and a few other guys, you know, because, you know, certain of these guys through the spirit, they put things in a certain perspective, and, you know, through the spirit, we extrapolate it through the scriptures, all right? So with that being said, one thing I want to speak on was, like I said, something that's been circulating. You know, they're talking about us being, when I say us, I really mean them, you know, America. All right. Moving from DEFCON 3 to DEFCON 2. All right. And for the most part, this is because you might wonder what that is, but I mean, if you don't know what, you know, because you got 5 tiers, I do believe, starting from DEFCON 5, which is the least, you know, the least dangerous, so to say. And of course, you got the DEFCON 4, then DEFCON 3. And like I said, it's being reported, it's being said. Or I'll say that some believe, which, like I said, I'm on the defense to, you know, I believe so. I can see it. But of course, this isn't something that wouldn't be, you know, really put out there in the mainstream media, because that's pretty serious. You know, to be in DEFCON 2, you know, which a lot of nations are already in DEFCON 2, because, hey, everyone's gearing up for war, man. Everyone's moving it basically into position. All right, everyone's getting in position to ultimately shoot these nukes off, you know. But of course, we know before the nukes start flying, things have to take place. But nevertheless, everyone's getting in position for this shit to pop off. And DEFCON 2, that's, you know, that's pretty serious, because DEFCON 1 is pretty much the nukes. That's when the nukes start flying. You know, so like I said, and this is just my opinion, all right? You know, because I can see why these guys could, you know, believe that we're pretty much in DEFCON 2, which again, DEFCON 1, that's when the nukes start flying. So that's how much closer we are. All right. I mentioned this before, even with the doomsday clock, which pretty much the doomsday clock, the closer it gets to midnight, that's when the nukes start flying, pretty much. Right? And the doomsday clock, I've said this before, and again, they don't want to, you know, they don't want to scare people, so, you know, they don't, you know, because they want to control chaos, you see, control chaos. Because with the whole doomsday clock, you know, with it being 90 seconds to midnight, I believe it's a lot closer than that. I believe, you know, but yeah, man, this is the time that we're in. All right, the spirit of war, that's the atmosphere. Here it is. Because over there in Yemen, with this whole back and forth with the Houthis, you know, Babylon, right? Gaza, Israel, you know, they were threatening those Houthis, because you got those fiber cables. They were threatening. They've been threatening to cut those fiber cables. You know, because they got those fiber cables, those internet cables in the ocean, on the ground. You know, and over there in Yemen, they've been threatening to cut those fiber cables, which that's gonna have a real cascading effect. You know, the internet, the financial, which there's been reports that certain banks, like I believe Chase was the latest that I've seen. A lot of people not getting their deposits. You know, something going on with people's deposits, not receiving their deposits. You know, as well as, you know, threats of these cyber attacks from China. All right. You know, and not even to mention, as we've been touching on, this you know, crisis, the border crisis that's going on. You know, all these so-called illegal immigrants coming through. America's being infiltrated. All right, as America's military is being sent out, that's leaving the back door open for these foreign troops who don't give a damn about these Babylonians. Because a lot of these cats that are coming over here, you know, like you got a lot of Argentinians, so-called Argentinians coming over here that were in the military, you know, down there in South America, as well as different places. You know, a lot of these guys, wherever they are coming from, they were in the military. You know, and here it is, these, you know, that, again, that's not even to mention the gangs. You know, and listen, those cats over there, they don't play. You know, a lot of those cats that are coming over here, looking at these, a lot of the northern tribes from South America, man, they're coming over here. You know, because these so-called Bloods, Crips, you know, MS-13s, they're soft. All right, they're soft, and a lot of these cats are seeing that you know, come, you know, that are really about that life. You know, they're coming from these, you know, places where they're kidnapping and beheading politicians and things of that nature. You know, just stuff like that. You know, they're coming over here and seeing that how these cats are operating over here, and they're calling them soft. They're weak. You know, here it is. They're attacking cops, right? Attacking police officers and basically getting set free. They're basically being let go. No bail, bond, or nothing. You see, so the stage is being set for chaos. All right, because things are going to ramp up, and before we know it, you know, hey, before we know it, like the scripture said, I will feed you with men as with caterpillars, man. You know, the shit is about to get real. You know, so like I said, as far as the worldwide conflicts, but even here domestically, as I always say, America real soon is about to be unrecognizable, totally unrecognizable. All right, this place is about to be totally unrecognizable. You see, but nevertheless, that should show you how close we are. All right, because again, which, like I said, I believe it makes sense as far as America being in the DEFCON 2 situation, which a lot of nations are in the DEFCON 2. You know, which, like I said, DEFCON 1, hey, that's the nukes, man. That's when the nukes start flying. So that's how close we are. But I'm gonna get this in Revelation 7, verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And there's these winds talking about the destruction, the nuclear destruction. All right, because again, before those nukes start flying, matter of fact, when we read on, it says, verse 2, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. All right, because there's things that have to be done. The elect have to be sealed if they're not already, because we know the innumerable multitude, which, this chapter goes into, the elect, starting with the 144,000, and the innumerable multitude, which is going to be, because you see the elect, now all of them aren't here, granted. All of the 144,000 aren't here, but, a lot of them are. And that innumerable multitude, you see, they're going to follow. It's like I was making a point that the elect, those 144,000, however many there are on the earth today, those are the leaders, and that innumerable multitude, they're the ones that are going to follow after the elect. You see, I'm gonna jump down to verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. I'm gonna jump down. Bear with me. Yeah, verse 14. Revelation 7:14. And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said, because on another note, before I wrap it up, just real quick, because, the elect, whoever they are, they're going to come out of all nations. You're going to have Jake. We're going to see Jake getting delivered, but they're going to look like the other nations. They're going to look like so-called Chinese, Japanese. You're going to have Jake. They're going to look straight up like Amalek, being delivered. You see? Because, of course, we've been scattered. All right? So that's who this, innumerable multitude, that's who this is going into. With verse 14, it says, and I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. So you see, all right, because this time of great tribulation, which is going to take place after the destruction, as far as the what they call the rapture. All right, this is going to take place after the destruction. Well, I'll say in the midst, because as those nukes are flying, as the nukes start flying, as they're coming down, the elect are going to get beamed up. You see, which before that take place, all hell's going to be breaking loose. All hell's going to be breaking loose, man. You see, all hell is going to be breaking loose, man. Because that's the time that we're in. We're in a time of war, in the spirit of war. It's in the atmosphere. You see, the stage is being set for total chaos. All right, it's about to be a bloodbath out here, mainly here in America. So the Lord wanted us to edifying. All praise to you, how about Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully luck.